In Ho Chi Minh City, there are some English classes which are full of smiles, and the students here have no any pressures of taking tests or learning results. These classrooms doesn't have tables, chairs, or boards, but handmade decorations, materials, and cooking ingredients. It's Monster Factory, which is often known as another popular name of Lớp học thay. It was founded in 2016 by Mr. Pavlo Reka with the nickname of Paul, who is from Ukraine, and his Vietnamese wife, Miss Trần Thiên Thanh. Until now, Lớp học thay has become a familiar place of students and parents. When the students come into classes, they have a lot of interest, and they consider them as playgrounds where practical lessons about life are absorbed very naturally.
Hello and welcome to the show of Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 NetViet channel. After the video clip, you may guess who are our guests today. They're Mr. Paul and his wife, Mrs. Bate. They're coming here to share with us their routine of building Lớp học thay, an English center. And now, let's listen to them in order to explore many interesting things about their classes. Hello Paul, hello Pate. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello Hoa.
Firstly, can you share with us the reason why you moved to live in Vietnam, Paul?
Because of my future wife. When she go back to Vietnam, she suggests me to move with her. Yes, why not? It's amazing chance for me to enjoy Asia and see the Asia countries. So I moved to Vietnam, and be honest, I was really impressed. Compared to other countries where I was, this country is perfect with me.
When did you have the idea of opening English classes for kids?
So the idea of opening English class come from observing the kids, the Vietnamese kids, the way how they're living and how they spend their time outside. The lack of a good environment for them to have freedom and express themselves, to be happy, to be the kids. So the idea was to create some playground where we can give them a freedom, we can give them that time to be a kid, to enjoy themselves, and also give them some English, show them that learning can be fun.
How old are they, and why do you focus on this group of kids?
The reason why we choose to focus on the group from 3 to 12 years old is because that's the best time for them to still a kid inside them. They need a lot of environment for them to express themselves, to play, to enjoy.
Understand more about your English classes. Can you share with us more detail about it?
We have only 10 maximum kids, and we have 1.5 hours. We have a bit time for them to play games. We have a bit time for them to listen to a story, to be a part of a story. We have a time for them to do something by their own hands. So they're using also the soft skills. And also a time when teacher can individually talk with each kid.
We don't try to become like an English center where we provide them 4 skills like speaking, listening, reading, and writing. We appear to help the kid to have a chance to speak out. We play together, and through playing, the kid got the knowledge, but they even don't know that they are learning.
So each week, during the classroom, if they behave really good and listen to a teacher and act really good with the teacher, they receive a small little coins, which later they can go like on the market, like imaginary market with the teacher, and buy some presents for themselves. So they also learning about the value of being a really good and receiving something for this. So that's also really a good message for them.
The second type of class is, we call it optional. It looks like an English club where we make a lot of activities for them like cooking, doing science experiments, like do crafting, create some models, some toys so they can play at home. Or we bring them to the park, to swimming, to do like some activities to bring them back to childhood, which we used to have before. And the third type of activities we usually have is field trip. We bring kids to forest, to trekking, to live in the farm, to come back to nature where they really just has a lot of freedom and learn from nature. Nature is the biggest teacher of all kids.
Students can join in classes of cooking, singing, acting in a play, yoga, toy making, drawing, painting, and exploring nature. In each activity, they can be themselves and have feeling of freedom, amusement, and in playful mode. Childhood is this time of playing, nourishing love and benevolence. It's also the time for them to discover the world around them, to build the connection with living environment, nature, and human beings in order to have the feeling of being a part of life. That makes them happy. In this kind of English class, they don't need to learn English, but learn how to play, and language can be absorbed into their minds naturally.
A lot of children come to the Monster Factory that cannot learn in a traditional learning environment. So we have students that come to the Monster Factory that sometimes are a bit naughty or a bit crazy, but it's very rewarding getting them to learn English and actually accomplish something that they couldn't do in a traditional center.
Sau cái quá trình mà tôi nuôi dạy con á, thì thấy con nó còn nhỏ, nó không thể nào mà nó rập khuôn và nó ngồi im. Cho bé thoải mái, bé giống như bé thoải mái được thì bé tiếp xúc giống như bằng tiềm thức, giống như bằng tiếng mẹ đẻ của mình á. Tôi nghĩ là cái môi trường rất là quan trọng.
Nó có một khoảng rộng cho con vui chơi, với lại có những đồ chơi với truyện thì con cũng thích. Con thích buổi học đi dã ngoại và đi công viên, tại vì nó có khoảng rộng để tụi con đi chơi vui hơn.
Teaching kids is really tired, but it's fun, right? So are there any happy moments or sweet memories that you want to share with us?
You know, the most beautiful memories of my one is to see how the kids growing. You can see that kid at the beginning, when they just arrive to us, when they have just a few hair on top, then they have like a small teeth that just only falling down, and they always screaming, crying, walking everywhere, and now they already grow up. So after 3 years, you see how they change, how they start to love English. And during my cooking classes, when we're playing with a flour, they start to use the flour like a makeup. They go on each other and start to draw on the faces. I usually wear something black, and when we do a cooking, I come back white because of a lot of flour. The kids go around and step on me like this. Or they just take a flour and like a snow. Of course, I understand I need to clean it all. I feel myself like, no, but still it's really fun. It's a lot of really fun emotions.
We used to have a kid who has a problem with concentration. It seemed like he lost control. By somehow his parents want him to speak a lot of English. So they make decision to them fully play with iPad and YouTube all the time. So we make decision to suggest for parents to let him try to go for trekking with us. At the beginning, his act kind of really weird. He's killed every single bug he saw on the way. He peeled on the leaf and just act very cruel, a little bit weird with friends and don't talk with anyone. Just he defending totally and hate everything surrounding. After a while, when I try to talk with him a little bit more, I make decision to tell him a little story about how the rocks or the sand or everything, they also have their family. Really, I was so surprised by his behavior. He started to talk with the leaf. He started to talk with the snail he's on the tree. He started to talk with the rock and even the little sand when he holding on his hand. He said to love it and try to protect it. Any other friend who try to like destroy the nature, he will come and tell them, do not do that. They also have family. You need to love them. Nature is really like the biggest teacher for every single child.
Speaking of the parents, can you share with us their opinion about your methods in teaching their kids?
The basic background of how people ourselves develop and what we need in our life to become a strong people. Strong here is not about power, but the inner. We're strong from the inner part. Like we be able to handle our difficulty in life, our strong emotion like anger or upset or some kind of depression in our life. That is the inner strength, which every kid should be built from a very, very young age. We have so many different vision and ideas, but somehow in this society there's still a lot of parents who are looking for a real environment where can bring the happiness for the kids, and they come to us.
How do parents know that their kids are improving their English skills after learning at your center?
First of all, we're using a small little test each month, so the parents can see how their kids answering the questions or just acting with an English teacher. Secondly, we have the books that we provide for parents, where they can go back home and using the books, play with the kids games and using the knowledge that they were studying at school.
The book we're providing for parents is just like full games, which parents gonna use it to play with the kids every day before going to sleep, or just like 10-15 minutes. Like it's also like a really quality time between parents and kids when they really have time together, do something together, feel free to talk with their kids without feeling that like they do wrong pronunciation or they did something wrong, So this is like a chance for parents and kids connect again. Learning languages, it's not like you're learning math. It's a part of life. It's like it's a culture part inside. So it's like they need a lot of environment surrounding. Like if parents, one of them know English, it's like perfect. You're gonna see the development of the kids is really obviously.
Another problem here is the parents right now overload themselves with a job and they really have less time with their kids. If the parents have a time, just talk with their kids in English just a bit, 15 minutes before going to sleep, it will help them to maximize the ability of the kids and increase the potential of the kids. So they can speak faster, they can be more in the environment of English.
The child not only they need knowledge. When they was a small kid, they need time for them to build inner strength, to build up their soul, their spirit, to understand what is beautiful in life, what is love. So we try to give them as much love as we can, as much like caring and connection, so they can feel they can reconnect again with the nature, with the Mother Earth, and with everyone around them.
Thank you for sharing today. I strongly believe that there are many parents that have some suggestion to let the kids have more fun in learning English. They don't want to put a lot of pressure on their kids into learning. And I wish you a great success with your English Center. Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you next time on Sharing Vietnam, and goodbye.